We now determine the sum of this sequence. So here we are given that the sequence in sigma notation, that is minus 1 raised to the power of k, 3 power k, and k varies from 1 to 6. Let's write this in series notation by substituting the value of k equal to 1 to k equal to 6. So first I'm going to plug in k equal to 1 into this expression. So therefore this becomes negative 1 raised to the power of 1 times 3 power 1. We then put plus, and then we now substitute the value of k equal to 2. So therefore it becomes negative 1 raised to the power of 2, and then 3 power 2, and then we put plus. We now substitute k equal to 3, so it is negative 1 raised to the power of 3, and then 3 power 3. And likewise we continue till k equal to 6. So therefore I write negative 1 raised to the power of 4, 3 power 4, plus negative 1 raised to the power of 5, 3 power 5, plus negative 1 raised to the power of 6, 3 power 6. Now let's simplify and determine the sum of the sequence. Negative 1 raised to the power of 1 is negative 1, and then times 3 we get, we can write this as negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. And the next one, we have negative 1 square is positive 1, so we can write this as 3 squared. And then the next term is negative 1 cube is basically negative 1, so negative of 3 cube. And then we have negative 1 raised to the power of 4, which is positive 1, and positive 1 times 3 power 4, we write this as 3 power 4. And then negative 1 power 5, this is negative 1 raised to the odd power will be negative 1, so negative 1 times 3 power 5 is negative 3 power 5, plus negative 1 raised to the power even power, 6 is an even, so which is positive 1, and 1 times of 3 power 6 is 3 power 6. And so we just have to simplify this, find the equivalent of all the powers of 3 and determine the sum. I'm going to consider these terms, that is the negative 3, negative 3 power 3, and then negative 3 power 5 as one quantity, and then 3 power 2, 3 power 4, and 3 power 6. We can group them while adding. So first I consider the positive powers of 10 as with the positive signs, that is 3 squared plus 3 power 4 plus 3 power 6. And then I can factor the negative from all the negative uh, numbers. So here we have negative 3, so I write down this as 3, plus this one is negative 3 power 3. Since we are factoring the negative, we can write this as plus 3 cube. And then we have negative 3 power 5. Since I'm factoring the negative, I can write down this as plus 3 raised to the power of 5. And so this equals 3 square is 9, and 3 power 4 is 81, and 3 power 6 is 729, minus this one is 3. 3 cube is 27, plus 3 power 5 is 243. And when we add all these numbers, we get 819, minus when we add all these three numbers, we get 273. And so therefore, when we do this subtraction of 273 from 819, we get 546. And therefore, the sum of the sequence is 546.